Hello, everybody. Welcome back to One Degree. Today, we're doing something a little different. I'm going to break down the story of um, Isaac, Esau, and Jacob. And this is taken out of Genesis chapter 27. So, if you want to get a reference on the story, go back and read Genesis chapter 27. But this is going to be an esoteric breakdown of the story of when Jacob stole the blessing from his older brother Esau. A lot of people don't know that it's an esoteric meaning to it. So yeah, I'm gonna break it down for you. So the story of Esau and Jacob, the esoteric meaning. Jacob stole the blessing of Esau, his older brother. So back then, it was the custom for the older brother to receive the father's blessing. So Esau was going to receive everything. Now, Isaac, at this point in the story, he's blind. Now, this is an esoteric symbol, and it means that God is blind, or rather, God has no respect of person. It's like Lady Justice. The law of the Lord doesn't care who you are. You see those pictures of Justice, Lady Justice, and she's blind with scales. So Isaac is blind, and it's an esoteric meaning of God has no respect of person. If you work with the principle will work for you. So now Isaac, being blind, could only tell the two brothers apart because Esau had hairy arms and Jacob had smooth arms. So when Esau went hunting, the mother favored Jacob. She told Jacob, "I have your brother's clothing in my house." The mother represents your subjective intuition. The story is telling you that you have spiritual intuition that knows how to clothe you in the correct feeling nature so that you can get what you want from the Father. She tells him, "I have your brother's clothing in my house." Because you have to feel right to the Father to get your blessing. The Father is going to be feeling you. He's going to be feeling you as you approach him to make sure you are the one that's entitled to the blessing. So then the mother, your indwelling spirit, intuition says, "I have your brother's clothing in my house, and I'm going to put your brother's clothes on you, and I'm going to put sheepskin around your neck and around your arms, so that when the Father feels you, you will feel to the Father like the one who is entitled to the blessing." So when you go to the Father, you have to feel to the Father, the infinite source, that you're the one entitled to the blessing. So the mother, your intuition dresses you up, the younger son, to go in to the Father. So Jacob, he enters the tent unto the blind father. And the blind father asks him a question. And it's the same question that life is always asking us. It's the same question that the universe is always asking us. Genesis 27:24. He said to him, "Are you my very son Esau?" But it was Jacob. Then Jacob responded, "I am." Now, most people, when they read this for face value, they think it's a trick because they don't get the esoteric meaning. The esoteric meaning is you are whoever you say you are, with no respect whatsoever to the facts. "Are you my son Esau?" infers, are you the one who's entitled to the blessing? Are you the one that's entitled for the blessing that you desire? The universe is always asking you that. The infinite source always want to know. It makes no difference which boy was present. So on a factual level, it was the wrong boy. But the Father does not see whether it's the younger or the older brother. The Father does two things. He feels, and the father hears the words. Are you my very son, Esau? I am. What you add to I am, you become. So when Jacob said, I am, he was saying, yes, I am the one entitled to the blessing. Then the father says, come close, my son, so that I may feel you. So when you have something you desire, you have to feel like you're the one entitled to it. So life asks you, are you rich? And you have to answer, yes, I am rich. Are you abundant? I am abundant. Are you deserving of love? I am deserving of love. That's the speaking of the word. So then the father says, come closer, my son. Let me feel you. That's why the mother, your subjective intuition, has clothed you so you can feel like your desired reality. So what that means is you have to take on the feeling of being rich, the feeling of being abundant, the feeling of being loved. So then the father says, come now and kiss me, my son. Now, right there, this is esoteric meaning. It means that when you approach the law of the Lord, you have to be affectionate. You have to have the feeling of love. You have to have the feeling of gratitude. You have to be and feel and great and become everything that you need to be so that you can get the blessing. So that's the esoteric meaning of this story. It's not about one son stealing another son's blessing. What it's trying to show us is that even the wrong person can get the right blessing if they'll make themselves feel right. So that's a quick esoteric breakdown. Read it, Genesis chapter 27, and compare it to my esoteric breakdown, and you'll see that the Bible is full of these allegorical stories trying to get you to understand how the universe works, how the consciousness works. Even in the Bible, I want to say it's Peter, maybe it's Paul. He says, one thing that I've learned is that God has no respect of person. Isaac, the blind father, he doesn't care. It doesn't care if you're the older or the younger brother. He just wants to make sure that you feel that you are you worthy of this blessing? I am. So I hope you like that quick little breakdown. And till we meet again, 1 degree.